Hello, everyone. Welcome to Riffle Studio little hobby 3.0, 2.0 sign-off chat debate. Um, we're just getting a little bit of a get-together as we've been slightly radio silent, I would assume, about what we've been trying to do, or what we're planning to do. So we'll start you off with what I've got a few questions. We'll do around the table, and then we'll sign off with the plans going forward. Does that sound all right to everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. All right. As you're up on my screen, Rick, I'm going to ask, what was your 2.0 favorite gaming moment?
Gaming moment. That's a tough one, even despite the few games I actually managed to play. I think probably when I got drawn against Josh. Sorry, Josh. I think it was the last attrition event I turned up to, and I plopped my Warhound down on the table, and he put basically an infantry heavy Centurion style force out opposite me, and I kind of thought, I like you, Josh, but this is going to hurt.
So you basically you took a gun to a knife fight, didn't you?
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, I think the better option would be I took a flamer to a knife fight. Yeah, I felt bad about that
Awesome.
afterwards, but also not. So, because he beat me in the end, which was amazing.
A heavy flamer.
Yeah, that was
I'm
Nice.
absolutely astounded that you didn't pick the fight with Horus Ascended and Sean, where Sean was all smug. Yeah, I'll take him on with us, no problem. And then got stomped out in about 5 seconds. That's
Yeah,
probably
that
my
was.
favourite gaming moment. And I wasn't even in the game.
There
No,
were a
we've
few,
forgotten
and
about
I guess just for context, I won't take too long. But that was an event where I took Horus, the new Horus Ascended model. Reese and Neil said they wanted to see Horus, the actual Ascended profile in a game. So the rules were written in, and it ended up, yeah, Horus Ascended versus Russ, and um, it went quite well for me. Not so much for Sean.
Awesome. All right. Same question then. Luke, what was your favorite gaming moment of 2.0?
I was just happy to get my solar on the table, to be honest, mate. When the
I
rules
was
don't
just
came
happy
out.
to participate.
Yeah, I'm just happy to play, mate. It definitely,
Solar,
uh,
you like Heresy on hard mode then?
yeah, it definitely wasn't when your two plasma omegas took out a full squadron of Russ in one round of shooting.
No, I had no input on that. It's not my fault. Neil,
Sounds
what
like
was your
Tom's fault.
favorite? What was your favorite 2.0 gamer moment?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think I don't know if I can say this without giving away a spoiler for anyone who's not watched the most recent Cygnus bat rep.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
Leave
If
it
that's
there.
your favorite moment.
There's a moment where something happens
Quick,
and
quick side chat.
both Sean and I suffer. And it was
Sign
just
up to
yeah, it
sign
was
up to
fun.
Mutual
members.
Yeah, it
suffering.
was good. I enjoyed that one a lot.
All right, awesome. Sean, favorite gaming
Uh,
moment?
I really enjoyed when we all went up to Warhammer World with Mac and John. They had a massive like 4-on-4 game on the well, it was new at the time, the Down Thunderhawk table.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
and
really
you
like
kept
that.
feeding me beers and I couldn't drink them.
Yeah, you were
Oh
hiding
yeah,
underneath the
you were
table.
ill, weren't you?
Yeah, I was out.
It's very ill that weekend. It wasn't to drink anyone before anyone tags Tom as an alcoholic or anything. It was just not well. I'd actually forgotten about that game. That was really good. Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
was.
second.
That's when you sat your Asterius before and in the corner and just annihilated mine because I was on the opposite corner. Not that
Yeah,
I'm bitter.
yeah. Was it chat what get banged? Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
The
Yeah,
person who really suffered was John when his Justerin just disappeared under a heavy sea beam cloud or whatever it was. So, yeah.
that does happen.
Yeah, I
Oof.
enjoyed that game. I got to bring the toys.
My favorite game moment was when Core Swain. It was against you, Neil. Actually, Core Swain basically went on a one-man rampage through with a load of robots.
Yes, he did. The unkillable man.
Yeah, it was pretty entertaining. I think he's still alive at the end of the game.
It was, yeah.
So
He's the only one, isn't it, that made it to the line. And maybe him
mm,
and one recon or something like that, and everyone else was
yeah,
dead. But it didn't matter because
yeah,
Courseway was just there, sword in hand. Don't care,
basically.
mate. Come on.
Yeah.
Yep, it was good.
Excuse me. Next question then. as you're up on my screen now, start with you on this one. What's been your favourite hobby model paint achievement for 2.0?
Ooh. I've actually painted quite a lot, despite what it looks like. Just not all of it's been for me. I'm going to say the model I was probably most happy with was the White Scars Derridario that I've done, which I have been posting up on Instagram. But special mention to that Emperor's Children one-off champion biker that I took to the Heresy on the Hill event, because I enjoyed doing that as well. But I think the Derridario definitely got a lot of positive comments. I was pleased with it. Now I've just got to paint a lot more of them.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you got an event sign up for it, haven't you?
Yeah, it's next week. At the time we're recording this, it's literally in 10 days' time. I've got to go to the event with White Scars. It's not going to happen, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Sean, what was your favourite model you painted for 2.0?
I've painted a lot in 2.0.
Yes, you probably painted the most out of all of us.
Yep.
You went hard for a heavily infantry Sons of Horus fight, and
Space Wars.
Steamed it out before my already started Sons of Horus army got even close.
I'll probably go for a big model. I'll go for Cabanda. I think that's quite a good one. It's quite fun to paint.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Luke, what's your favourite model you've painted? Or any hobby achievement, should we say?
I've actually painted quite a bit for me. I think finishing the Stormblade off was quite decent, though. So it is quite a big model for the solo, just to plop on the table to do nothing.
Yeah, they're not as effective as they used to be.
No. It does look cool, though.
Expensive line of sight blocking terrain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hurts you more when it goes boom. And Rich, what about you?
I think mine's it's got to be a Warhound related one again.
Got to be.
I've had that thing since a game day I went to in Nottingham or whatever it was about 10 years ago or something ridiculous. Part painted bits of it over the years and threw my toys out the pram because I'm a massive baby. But I decided to knuckle down and crack on with it this year, and I absolutely love it. It's my favourite model. It did nothing at Warhammer World, but I just wanted it on the table, and it got quite.
It was fantastic. It's very well done.
Yeah, the rest of your brown nose and Rick on stream, actually. If you haven't seen this Warhound, go and find his Instagram and have a look, because it's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's really good.
I thought it was really
good. I'll post a new picture up just for attention, because that's why I am. Throwback Thursday tomorrow, right?
Yeah, mine were, well, again, I'm going to go with it because his probably the favourite outcome that I had was Course Wayne again, just that I enjoyed painting him. The Lion I didn't enjoy quite so much. There's too much trim on that.
Yeah, no one
so
likes
that's
trim.
that question. Next one. So looking into 3.0, I'll start with Storm this time. What's the one thing you'd like to see changed in rules?
I don't know. I was hoping Brutal would be toned down, but that looks like it could be everywhere now. So I'm interested to see what they do.
Okay. Yeah. Not a lot we can say about it, really, but one thing was Brutal. We don't know what it's going to do. Neil, same to you. What's the one thing you'd like to see changed?
I think Brutal has gone, actually, isn't it? It's just get multi-damage now.
It's kind of pseudo Brutal, I suppose, isn't it?
Changed. But that's probably for a longer discussion on another stream.
I
think the thing I'd like to see got rid of, and I've said this for years, is the Sergeant Artificer armor. I think stick it on named characters, maybe on a Praetor, that sort of thing, or maybe on consoles, just not on squad sergeants and stuff. So they just sit there one dice at a time, one dice at a time, one dice at a time. It's just boring.
So it's fine if you don't.
Gone.
Yeah, it's fine if you don't see that one guy who just tanks everything on his sergeant.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fairly fluffy for some legions. Like, you imagine it with like Emperor's Children, but
Boo.
Death Guard, every move's some power armor. No one's going to have Artificer.
No, but you think about it, like what they're doing, just he's diving in front of shots like a lemming, is he, every time to save his squad? It's ridiculous. Yeah. Get rid of it.
Well, it'd probably be the other way around, right? They're all trying to take one for him.
Yeah. we'll see what the next one brings. Rich, what's one thing you'd like to see changed?
I think it's something we haven't really seen much of at the minute is kind of interactions with reactions. I think we always kind of come up with that perfect or kind of horrible interaction where, a squad of 10 las cannons in theory can fire 3 times because of, shooting, reaction, intercept, or overwatch, whatever. But I think just to sort of see if they limit anything to do with reactions, in terms of one shooting reaction of any type per turn per unit or something like that. And I'm desperate, and kind of linked to that. They need to fix the Sons of Horus advanced reaction. That just doesn't make sense.
It was one thing, only one thing you could change.
Reactions. I'll loop it in as reactions.
Stop being greedy, Rick.
And Luke, what's the one thing you like to see changed?
It's really, really niche, but I would like to see weapon upgrades balanced out across vehicles. So my bugbear is I'd love to take Proteus land speeders, but a Multimil is a 20-25 point upgrade. But on a Javelin, it's 10 points. It doesn't really seem fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Makes sense. The one change I'd like to see is vehicles having more of an input to reactions, if they keep reactions.
Yeah.
And you pay massive points for a vehicle because of its supposed survivability and damage output capability, but it dies turn 1 because all it can do is shroud.
Yeah,
if you manage to roll it.
Let's extend that to rapiers as well, shall we?
What, you'd like to see rapiers?
I'd like to see my rapiers be able to react. Yeah, sure.
No, not yours. The rule is going to explicitly change to Neil. You can't do that.
Yeah,
everyone else can.
Everyone except Neil, who's an absolute chud.
Just every Neil in the world playing Heresy is not allowed to do it.
Yes. I am not singling out all Neils in the world. Let's put that out there first. So next question, looking into 3.0 from models we've seen, then Rich, yes, go with Rich, sorry. What's your favourite that you've seen or that we have had revealed?
I think I really wanted it to be the Mark II, but I think actually it's the new rapiers. I kind of like the mini Land Raider-esque gun carriage style that they sit on. So yeah, I've got to go with rapiers. I think.
Nice. Luke, same question to you.
I was going to say the breaches, but I actually really like the Mark II Assault Marine. Not so much the jump pack, but like the gorget on the front of the armor looks really nice.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Sean, what's your favourite model you've seen so far?
So I think I'm going to go for the Saturnine Dreadnought. I think that looks really boss.
Nice. Yeah. And Neil?
I actually really like that massive gun platform. I'm going to enjoy painting that.
The
Arachne. Yeah, that's good. I like the rapiers too, but I kind of, I think we all saw the writing on the wall with those when they released them for Legions Imperialis, didn't we? They're going to be scaled up, so it's nice to see. Yeah, that platform looks amazing. I want loads of those. I don't know if you can take them or how it works or anything. I just want loads. Big battery of guns next to my rapiers.
Put them on towers on terrain, like a Siege of Terror style.
Yeah, parachuted in. Just annoy everyone.
Yeah. My favourite one. I was going to say all of it because I quite like all of it, but that's a rubbish answer. It's probably the Iron Warrior Centurion in Power Armor or Artificer Armor. I quite like that one. Although I was just about to switch to the Saturnine Praetor. No, let's go with the Artificer Armor Centurion with the Power Maul. Quite like that.
It was cool.
Nice to see a Power Maul as well, instead of just like Thunder Hammer or Giant Axe.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Awesome. So the final question before we move on to plans for the channel or what we have in the pipeline is, Luke, what, if you are going to buy the box set, are your plans for the box set that Saturnine contains? Are you starting a new Legion or are you just adding?
I am tempted to do an Iron Hands Force with that classic Forge World color scheme with like the oily sheen, because that's quite cool. I think with Mark II as well, it kind of suits Iron Hands because they use that older armor mark.
Yeah, heavier style looking. Awesome. Rich, yourself, if you're buying the box set, what are your plans?
I think I'm in a minority here in that I'm not massively enthusiastic about the starter box, I don't think. Plus, I've kind of, for those in the know, I'm in the process of building a Night Lord's force at this point, so I don't need much for that. So instead, I'm focusing on creating some consoles for everyone else. So I'm quite interested to hear what everyone else is doing, so I can get some plans rolling.
Nice. Neil, your plans?
I think I will get a box. Well, I'm in orange, but I think I will. I've no use for the Mark II though, so I've got to figure out how I'm going to get Saturnine stuff into the next project. Which, when we talk about what the next project is going to be weird. Yeah, I think I will. I'm a little bit FOMO, I want to get the new models when they come out just to have them and have a go at painting them and that sort of thing. And I'm not going to have 50 Saturnine Terminators, but I'll get the box, sure. And then palm the Mark II off on someone else.
Nice. Sean?
Yeah, I'll be getting a box set, and I'll be starting 2 new legions. I won't say which yet. I'll wait that for the next bit, I suppose. Yeah, that's my plans.
Awesome. I'll of course be buying box set, and it does lead and segue nicely into the next announcement on what we intend to do going forward. Of course, be starting a new legion. Can't remember if I just said that. Apparently, I've got memory problems. The intention as a channel going forward, we are going to make 2.0 campaigns available that we have, but we'll start with the older ones first because we've, at the time of recording this, Sean and Neil, you're due to record in a week's time.
A couple of days.
Yeah, a few days' time.
Is it this weekend? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So my forward planning and note taking. But technically it might be aired next week, end of next week, depending on how much time we get at work, Sean.
Yeah. A little bit of editing today. We'll make it a quick one, Neil.
How many points are you doing for that one?
5K.
25K.
Be over in 2 hours. Fine.
Yeah, unlucky, Sean.
So
keep dreaming, mate.
Ideally, we'd like to try and do one a week, but we don't know. Try and coincide with the end of 2.0 or whenever 3.0 becomes available for pre-order. We'll work. Bear with us on that one. It will be released on a different day to our standard Saturday because we are algorithm shills. Campaigns going forward, then we are intending to start with what Saturnine is based around, is Dropsite Massacre. So that leads into some of our occluded plans and intended legions. Mine's going to be Iron Hands. I already have Death Guard, and I have already started Emperor's Children. Sean?
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing Salamanders, Iron Warriors, and I've already got some Sons of Horus as well.
Neil?
I volunteered like a chump for Alpha Legion because no one else wanted to do them. So I said I'll do Alpha Legion. And the one I'm looking forward to is the World Eaters. So when Rick makes me a console, he's going to make me a World Eater. Hopefully.
Again, this leads nicely into what Rick's planning to do kindly planned to do for the channel, or for myself, Neil, Reese, and Sean. And I think Luke's getting in on the game as well, for a console at least. Am I right? Am I remembering that right?
Indeed.
Awesome. And Reese, although he's not joined us today, he's picking up Raven
everything else
Guard,
to me.
Word Bearers. What's that? There's one more, isn't there?
Yeah, I think, and on the Word Bearers thing, I think me and Reese.
No.
Night Lords.
Night Lords. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got a Night Lords force, and I've started a Gal Vorbak Word Bearers force again with the aim of trying to get it ready to send down for you guys to use. But I think Reese might be double tapping as well.
More models ready, the better. We're going to end up in some big battles.
Project, can he? Reese just gets excited. Yeah, I'll do another Legion. Back on. I'll paint it on Thursday night. Be ready for Friday. No worries.
Yeah, just subsystem monster.
Like his Shattered Legions, which he then stripped. He's now painting as the Imperial Fists.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
I think so, yeah.
Awesome. With the campaign launch, we'll also try and do a host of 3.0 content at reps for members specifically, just to keep you enticed and entertained, hopefully. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sean, Neil.
Yeah, that's the plan. Just like a good weekend of bashing out a few 3.0 and giving the members extra 3.0 content when it drops.
Best we can. We haven't got a date booked in for that yet, because we can't.
Well, we don't know when.
I don't know when it's going. Probably think about my sentences before I speak. I think, jump in anyone else if I've forgotten anything. I think that rounds it out.
I think we might do a maybe a stream here and have a little a sort of a surface dive into the rule changes and stuff when it comes out, maybe just so we can kind of get a handle on it together. Might do that on the stream. People can get involved. There'll be lots of chatter about it in the Discord, I expect anyway, once it comes out, because Discord's a very active place. So that'll be good. And yeah, I expect Sean, you're gonna get back on the contrast and chill videos, aren't you, for Iron Warriors?
Yeah, I might do one for those.
First go, spray lead belcher. Done.
Yeah,
look forward to that. Easiest army ever.
Get some of that hazard stripe paint as well.
That's it.
Yeah.
Step 2, no oil.
Hazard stripes for days.
Yeah. Awesome. Anyone got anything else they'd like to add?
I think, in line with what you mentioned about the consoles, I'll probably be doing a couple of little videos about those, kind of doing the part sourcing and kind of through to building them up. Probably not full videos, but maybe shorts. I think, like I say, we've got 4 or 5. I think probably be a decent, once some of you get your grubby mitts on the boxes, to have a little go through some of those models, maybe again on a video, so we can have a little look for all those people that may not have got the box and might want to once they see physical models, not just on a sort of third-party live stream. But yeah, I'm hoping to, because those of you who don't know, me and Luke are a little bit disjointed from the rest of the guys in the studio, so we kind of have to live in the bitter north and get stuff done and sent it down. So I'm probably going to try and keep active myself just by doing stuff on here.
White Walkers at bay.
Yeah.
Be on the wall.
Yeah. Closer to the wall than we are, for sure.
Awesome.
I mean, the thing I'm liking about 3.0 so far is every army will have a book basically on release.
Unless you Custodes or Demons.
Yeah.
Who plays Custodes?
Yeah, I dabble.
Yeah, you're outnumbered here.
So do you, Luke.
2 of us got demon armies. So is Rick. Yeah, no, actually, Luke, shush. Just because your armies are covered, mate.
Oh, mate.
It's all spicy in the corner.
Though. Legions, solar, mech. I mean, how long did we wait for a mech and a solar book?
Yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Luke.
Lots of rules to get through.
Lots of money to spend.
Yeah.
I'm going to just mention, actually, Tom, if anyone's watching this stream and is still tuned in for some reason, you can, if you pop a comment and if there's anything you actually want to see, particular basing video, particular painting video, whatever, and we're not doing it, then mention it. Once we know, we'll have a crack. Otherwise, you're our whim, really. And we are very whimsical. So, do leave us a comment and we'll get on it.
Yeah. Obviously, like, comment, subscribe. Members, as discussed, will have access to a larger host of content to begin with as we get it filmed, and then campaign access. The first campaign video will always be public access, and then just for perks, it will go behind the paywall. Cool. All right then, chaps. I think we can sign off.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Awesome.
Cheers, guys.
See you later.
Bye.